Good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. This morning, I have the pleasure of sitting in the studio with Miss Sonia Whitlock, as well as Mr. Qwasi Williams, who is an embalmer, and she is the branch manager. Now, we are talking all things Belgrove Funeral Home and Services, and when we talk about Belgrove, it's synonymous with quality. This morning, we want Mrs. Whitlock to tell us a bit about the history of Belgrove here in Tobago and what's happening for that 136-year anniversary.
All right, thank you so much for having us. Yes, I am Sonia Whitlock, manager of Belgroves Funeral Home. And with me is Qwasi Williams, our skilled embalmer. And so we are excited. We are excited to be here today because we are celebrating 136 years of distinguished service in the island of Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, 11 years of dedicated service to the people of Tobago. And as we celebrate this milestone, we will be embarking on initiatives whereby we can be able to edify and educate the public as to the products and services that we offer and affordable packages that we would offer even to our clients. Just to note some of the services that or the initiatives that we will be rolling out. We start with on the 29th of August, we have our open house day where we cater to the needs of all the persons who would have supported us along the journey. We would meet with stakeholders, our service providers, all those persons who would have assisted us along the journey. Also, just a note, we would be hosting community outreach campaigns throughout Tobago, where we'll be hosting pop-up shops at different districts, edifying the public again as to the services, the products that we offer. Some keynotes that we need to take note of. We will be embarking on projects like who are the people in your neighborhood. The Lambo community where we serve, we would be embarking on a beach cleanup campaign, as well as we would be giving back to the community where we provide food hampers for the vulnerable and disadvantaged families in Tobago, and we would adopt one home for the elderly as we continue to provide valuable service to the people of Tobago.
Excellent. And when it comes to the type of quality that Belgrove provides, persons often come to the conclusion that it might be outside of the range of what they can afford. What are some of the packages that you have, and are there any payment plans and strategies that are available, and how can persons get quality while having affordability?
I would let Qwasi come in just a bit, but you see, there is that misconception, because we're getting into the nitty-gritty of things. There is that misconception on the ground that when you hear Belgroves, it speaks of expensive packages, and that's far from the truth. At Belgroves, we work along with families where we provide them with the services that is needed, as well as you ask how low can we go? How low can we go? We have packages up to, and for our Tobagonians, a need for you to know that we bring this to you, and it has always been packages as low as $10,000, not $45,000. We have packages up to $10,000, and we even go to the extent where we meet people where they are with a $7,500 package. So we are clearing up all the misconception, even as we look a certain way, that level of professionalism, and it doesn't deplete from the level of service and quality. Qwasi, what about the services that we provide?
Morning everyone. First off, as Miss Whitlock would have mentioned, right? Now, when you see Belgroves, you see this big, grand thing, right? However, behind that, our main focus has always been our clients, right? So everything that we do will be predicated around that. So we would have packages as low as $10,000. However, not everyone, we understand economically that not everybody could afford such. So the NIS grant that they give you for 7.5,
Right.
we usually accept that and we say, okay, here's what. Because we are more about clients and community and service, we say, you know what, let's do this.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, our philosophy is that every life is a story and the
Yes.
funeral is the time to tell it. Yeah. So not because you can only afford 7.5, it means that we will treat you any less than
Yes,
someone
yes.
who, who has more to put out for such. Additionally, as we're talking about prices, Belrose has actually been the first funeral home, I would say, that has what we call a FLC. It's our family legacy company. So in essence, what that does, it allows you while you're alive to pre-plan for your funeral
Yes.
through Belrose. Yeah.
All right. So tell us a bit more about that.
Oh yeah, sure. So the packages range from, I think they start around 20,000, right? However, that allows you to facilitate 6 persons on the plan,
Wow.
right? Those plans range from monthly payments as low as $200 and something dollars, $300 and something
as
dollars,
low
like that.
as, yes.
Yeah. So what it does, while sometimes we try to shy away from, oh gosh, no, oh God, no, I ain't going dead, no, don't plan for my friend.
Yeah.
And it's just an insurance. It's an
Exactly,
insurance just
exactly.
preparing for
Yeah.
the afterlife.
So
yeah?
basically, what that plan does, it covers you in the event of untimely death, and the ages for that. The good thing is that that ranges from ages 7 to 70,
Yeah.
right? And after 70, like in the event they say, okay, mom, dad, or a loved one was good all that time, and we see after 70 they started to have a slow decline. We also have a package. We have a package for that. That's the supreme legacy,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? So we actually cater for that. Yeah.
And just let me add a bit as to some of the additional services that we provide to our Tobagonians, Belgrove Funeral Home. We have free bereavement counseling, as well as our cemetery management company that deals with headstones. And there's a lot that we offer at Belgroves Funeral Home. And so even from the level of Tobago, we really want to say thanks to all of you for the support that you have given us over the years. And even as we continue to make significant strides in the island of Tobago, we want you to know that it's not about price, but it's about we meeting you and transforming funerals into celebration.
Right. I mean, I can speak from my own experience.
Yes.
I have attended a number of your funerals, and I know that the quality is always top notch. And it's commendable how you try to reflect the life of the individual, in the service, and just with all the additional stuff, and it's always well put together, well managed, and that is very commendable. I mean, I heard recently, we don't want to call any names,
That's
but
okay.
persons are saying they want to look like themselves even after they die. So when they take my body, take it to Belgrade.
And Qwasi as the skilled embalmer, I would always say to Qwasi that he brings so much value to the organization as our skilled embalmer. I always say to him, you have gifted hands, because when an honorary, we don't call the deceased a body or the dead. We honor the persons who pass. So when an honorary comes into our establishment, when you pass, your features change. But when I go into
Mortuary.
the mortuary and I view and I see, okay, this is how an honorary came in. When Qwasi brings that honorary into the chapel, kissing clean. Quincy, can you tell us about that level of
No.
transformation?
No, but one thing I would say though, our CEO, he never skylarks, to use local term, in terms of how the bodies look, how they are presented, and you see, he has a very sharp nose. So in my earlier years, if I were to even like a body's we present the honorary for funeral, and he passed and we're like, okay, no smell, great, because we have a thing. When you come to view your loved one, the only thing you should smell is whatever perfume you bring.
Yes.
We have a no-fly policy at all. No flies are to be booming around our bodies at all.
Right.
And in terms of the kissing clean, now the main purpose of embalming, sometimes, and I think I can clarify that now.
Right.
Now, there's a misconception that embalming is not ideally necessary, right? But based on the standards that we hold ourselves to, I mean, Belgroves has won international certificate, right, on a NFDA level. So which means that we hold ourselves to a bit higher standard, right? Now, when you embalm, what you basically do is you eliminate or slow down the process of decomposition while preserving the body. So if you need to come and say, okay, now you want to hug your mom or kiss your dad goodbye, you can do that without any form of cross-contamination.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And even as we wrap up our discussion this morning, we're talking about 136 years in the business, as well as 11 years dedication to Tobago. You know, you having that beach clean along there at Lambo, and you having that community outreach where you would be adopting a family. But how can persons reach out to you just to hear about some of the services, some more about that, you know, about, you know, setting up that family plan for, you know, their loved ones? How can they get into contact with you?
Well, for our contact, it's pretty simple. We are available on Instagram. You know, I mean, we're in the age of technology now, right? So you just go to our social media pages. All the group of companies information is registered there. In Tobago, if you're interested in the FLC packages, if you come to our office in Lambert, that big, nice white building you see around there, you come there and you just come to the office and you ask for Qwasi Johnny. He's our FLC rep for Tobago, and he would more than be happy to assist with starting you on the plan.
All right.
And you know, even as we come to a close, as manager of Belgroves Funeral Home and on behalf of our visionary leader, Mr. Keith Belgrove, our CEO, allow me to take this opportunity to thank the Tobago community for the support that they have given us over the years. 11 years is not 11 days. And so we are at a point where we are now moving into our adolescent year in the island of Tobago. And we continue to hold fast to our name, where we provide professionalism, value, quality. We are not premium. We are a gold star company. And when I say gold star, I speak not of price, but I speak of value, being able to take care of families, being able to meet people, our clients, where they are. And may I encourage Tobago, the community, to visit us at Belgroves Funeral Home, celebrating 136 years of distinguished service and 11 years of dedicated service to the island of Tobago. We are now offering packages, $10,000, yes, $10,000, and that's all inclusive. And for those who are just below that, and you're a point where Sonia, we can't afford this, and you have the NIS grant, we will work with that 7.5. And thank you so much for your continued support.
All right, Tobago, you have heard it here. Belgroves Funeral Home, they are celebrating 136.
One thing that we must make mention of.
Go ahead.
Cremations. How will we forget the amenities that we provide with regards to cremations? Cremation, it is on board with regards to the only crematorium on the island of Tobago.
Yeah.
So guys, cremations, it's here, and we have our crematorium. It's up and running,
Okay.
and it's now relieved families from the hassle of having to
go to
travel to
Trinidad.
Trinidad. So we are well on our way as we celebrate life's precious memories.
All right, well, you heard it here, guys. All the services that you can get there at Belgroves Funeral Home. Now, unfortunately, we have to wrap up our discussion right here this morning. There's so much we can still chat about, but we are unfortunately out of time. But we want to thank you guys from Belgroves so much for coming on this morning.
Thank you so
and
much.
sharing with us how you would be celebrating 136 years.
Yeah.
Again, thanks for making us your choice this morning. Guys, thank you so much for joining the discussion. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting, and doing all that you have been doing to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Have a great day again. Thank you. See.